It has been a long, long road, but the Mizpah opens tomorrow inside Mizpah Towers in downtown Syracuse. Latest venture of this man, entrepreneur Mike Greene. Mike, good to see you. Thanks so much for being here. Appreciate it. We have mentioned this a few times, so give us just a quick elevator pitch. What is the Mizpah? How do you describe it to somebody?
It's a wine bar and an event space. So it'll be a wine bar Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then an event space the other days of the week. And the biggest thing about it is in Mizpah Tower, which is an old church that's been vacant for 30 years. So the architecture really is the star of the show.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Your first place, Harvey's Garden, I think one of the famous features is the beer wall. Mizpah has a wine wall. How does it operate? Same way, self-pour? Like, what's the concept there?
Really similar. You get a card, and then that card ties into your tab. Slight difference is that it's predetermined increments, so it's 1 ounce, 3 ounce, and 6 ounce. So you decide what you want. 24 wines, and so similar number to Harvey's.
Yeah. You mentioned 24 wines. Will those rotate regularly? How do you kind of select those? Is there a madness to the science?
So I'm not a wine expert. I don't know it too well, but we hired a GM who's the president of Women for Wine Sense in Central New York, and so she's an expert. She picked 24 great ones, and she's going to do seasonal rotation too. So you'll see it change over time, and every time you come back, it'll probably be something new.
I would assume some New York ones in there too?
Yeah, we do have a good Finger Lakes representation.
Good. What's the menu like? So we talked about the beverages there. What's the menu look like for food? Will there be a lot of options there, or is it?
So it's lighter food that'll go well with wine. Yeah. So we've got really good sandwiches with focaccia bread, grilled cheeses, we've got salads, and then a lot of cheese plates, charcuterie. So really, you can get a full meal there, but it's light enough that it pairs well with wine.
We talked about it, you mentioned it kind of right off the top. I think one of the great features about it is the character of that, the history of Mizpah Tower. How much did you keep, and how difficult was it to rework that space? Because let me try to put it politely. It was kind of a dump when you took it over inside there. It had been neglected for a long time.
Yeah, short answer, Jeff, is we kept everything we could. So we took the architectural features, which are really stunning, the vaulted ceilings, the stained glass, and kept everything we could, but then brought everything else up to code. So we had to level the floor in there to make it usable, bring it up to code.
All warped, essentially, basically?
Well, it was sloped for the sight lines, and so it was just too severe to be up to code, so we had to bring it up.
So how do you even do that? What do you do?
It was interesting. We took foam blocks that were sliced, and then you put concrete on top of it, so it raised it up.
What is you mentioned Wednesday, Thursday, Friday wine bar, weekends are events, but what's the actual schedule? Like, when are you open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday if people want to go check it out?
It'll be 4 to 10 on Wednesday and Thursday, and then 3 to midnight on Friday.
Oh, okay. But opens tomorrow to the public.
Yes.
Is it maybe like a soft opening or the opening before we get into the weekend event schedule, and then it's regular?
We're calling it our grand opening party. It'll be on a Saturday. And in general, when we don't have weddings or events on Saturdays, we'll often do parties or festivals like we do at Harvey's. So you can see like a rosé festival or something like that that'll happen on a Saturday.
Open to the public tomorrow, though, right?
Open to the public, yeah.
Okay, and what are the hours again tomorrow?
Tomorrow, good question, 2 to 8 tomorrow.
2 to 8, okay. Yeah. What has this journey been like to get to this point? I mean, we know that it is not an easy space to work with Mizpah. So what's it been like now to finally be on the cusp of opening this place?
I mean, it's been awful, I'll say. Like, the process has been really challenging, but when you walk into this space, it's really stunning, and I think it's going to truly be an asset for the city of Syracuse. So I think once people get a chance to check it out, they're going to be glad at it.
Well, I mean, why do you think this one works in downtown Syracuse? Why does a wine bar work like that there?
Well, I mean, I think downtown Syracuse is always needing new assets, new things to draw people in, and this is unlike anything else in Syracuse, but I would argue even anywhere in the world. It's an old church where we've got, architecture that's great, but then also the scars of the building are totally unique to it, so it's going to be something that'll be a draw for people from outside the region.
Yeah. Similarities to Harvey's, and I know we talked about the wine wall, beer wall, but just the concept of kind of a gathering space, or?
Yeah, we want to do the same thing where it's a place that large groups can gather, people can have celebrations there, and come in and out, have fluid numbers of groups where people can come and go versus a seated dinner. But it's a little fancier than Harvey's, and so it'll be different kind of occasions probably that people are celebrating.
But tons. It looks like obviously one of the great features too is there's just tons of room in there. It looks like, so it's not one of these packed in kind of tight, snug little bars.
It's a big space, and we can accommodate big groups because of that. So that's a good advantage.
Yeah. Quickly before I let you go. go, I know the Empire Room at the fairgrounds is one of your other projects too. That's coming along as we're coming up on the state fair
It's
here.
coming along. The beer wall is supposed to be coming in next week. We're setting up all our different wine slushies and all those things. So the menu's coming along, and we're going to be excited to get going soon.
Do you ever rest?
Not too much.
Mike, thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Best of luck with the Mizpah and the Empire Room, and of course Harvey's too. That seems to be going well. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Download the WSYR Plus app on your TV to stream News Channel 9 for free. Just go to your smart TV, search WSYR Plus in the App Store, and download to start streaming today.